Hello everyone, welcome back to career mode then. So we are at Austria now, we're in practice 1, so yeah, there's the points after the last race. In Baku we had a horrible race. So yeah, if you want to go worse, I'd have sort of ruined it for you. So yeah, let's get into this practice session for the Austria Grand Prix.
Hey, our upgrade pace is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
Morning, welcome to the Red Bull Ring. Let's join the action trackside as the cars are about to appear for today's practice session. I'm here with Anthony Davidson once again. Nice to see you, Ant, and I wanted to ask you about how you go about improving the car over the course of a practice session. How much would you say is already known from the pre-race simulations, and how much do you have to do, how much do you have to work on with a real car on a real circuit?
Well, that's a good question, Crofty, and I suppose the simple answer is that there's no such thing as too much information. As you say, the bigger teams have very complex simulations, vast numbers of clever people crunching the numbers back at base, but what they can't tell you is stuff like how the track condition's going to be, or what the temperature's going to be doing over the course of the day, and how all of that's going to be interacting with the tyre. There are so many millions of tiny variables involved in getting these cars around a racetrack quickly, but the computer can't tailor the car to a driver's specific balance requirements. At some point, you still need to put a human being in there and have them feel it through the seat of their pants. And that's why we end up with different drivers having different setups. So what I'm trying to say is, Crofty, nothing beats on-track testing.
So yeah, now we're in practice 1. Now, this is just a session for us to get our eye in and get used to the track and everything. By of course doing the track acclimatization programs and all the programs in practice. So yeah, obviously we will start first of all with the track acclimatization program, as we always do. Bit of corner cut there, but here is the end of our first lap. As you can see, we go green.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency.
3/10 off Pascal Verlaine, but we're not really after lap time. We're after the points. So yeah, there you can see coming through the final corner, opening DRS, run to the line. We get 255, which isn't enough to go purple. We need 280. So on the third lap, what will we do? So coming through, getting a nice line through the final corner, only green there. So coming to the line and we get a 275, only 5 points off. So I think that's done for the minute. But I will go back out and I will go and try for the 50 points. As you can see there, I got 30 out of 50. I didn't get perfect, but I will go out and I will try again. And here is the second attempt now. So end of the first lap then. Here you can see coming through, and already it is purple. So there you go. We've exceeded it on 1 lap. So I think we'll retire on that note to the garage and do the tyre wear test, and then the hot lap pace. So yeah, now let's go in and do the tyre management test. There you can see we are going to go on super soft this tyre, as that is the recommended tyre for this test. So here's the end of the first lap. As you can see, it is purple at the minute. For the run to the line, it is purple. So we've got 15 out of 35 already after 1 lap, so we've got maximum points already. So yeah, now coming through at the end of the second lap, there you can see it goes purple. We're 5/10 up in the time, so we're not slacking. We're going quick enough. So there's another 30, so we're only 5 points off green in this test. We're only 5 points off passing this test. So as you can see, run to the line. Here's another purple lap. So it's 45. So we're now through with drawn through. I don't know, but we are now level with purple. So just decide to continue on and see what I can get. I get 55 out of 60, which is pretty good. And yeah, we only missed out on 5 points. Well, not even, but 5 out of that score. So yeah, we'll go and we will do the hot lap pace. As you can see there, I just looked at the replay of the final 2 corners. So yeah, we'll return to the garage and we will go and we will do the qualifying pace, and then that'll give us an idea of what our potential lap time will be in qualifying. So yeah, let's go out. And yeah, so coming through now, there is a 12.4, so pretty good. Oh no, it wasn't a 12.4, it was a 10.7. Sorry, I was reading the thing. So yeah, that's it. One lap that took us. So yeah, that was pretty good. So we've perfect this session.
Our best lap so far is a 1:10.7.
Thanks, engineer. With there you can see fastest second sector and fastest third sector. That's because we were on the ultra soft tires, and there you can see Daniel Ricciardo's just jumped up the second, 4 tenths behind us on the super soft tires.
An interesting practice session.
The gap around here
Let's
is about
remind
5
ourselves
tenths,
of
so
the
we're
top
about a
three,
tenth
who are
off.
McLaren, Ricciardo and Kimi Raikkonen. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with
We're give or take about a tenth slower than the next fastest car. That was on the, I set my time on the ultra soft, this added on the super soft. There's about 4 tenths of gap there, so yeah, so we're near the top. We're not, well, we won't be leading it, but we'll be, we're not near the top. Oh well, we are near the top, sorry, but we're not at the very top. There you can see the rivalry between me and Sebastian Vettel. And yeah, I think we will put an update on the car, or we will wait to the end of the episode. I think we put it on now. Do we? Because we definitely have enough for the drag, and the drag is something I would like to reduce because obviously we're having tracks. Now I just decided to retire in this session because there's no point, because it's wet and we've done everything. So yeah, I'll just advance to qualifying, and
quick look at the classification.
yeah, there's
at the end
our
of the session, then. Here are your
practice
top three.
2. So as I was saying before, yeah, because we have so many power tracks. We have Silverstone, we have Silverstone, we have, I was going to say Bahrain, we have Belgium, we have Monza coming up as well. They're all power tracks, so we need to reduce the drag in it, so then we have good top speed.
We've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
So yeah, so this is our goals for the race. Finish 6th or the qualifying 6th or higher, beat Sebastian Vettel and beat Jenson Button. So yeah, let's go to qualifying and see where we do qualify.
Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon, where qualifying is about to start here in Austria. So sit back and enjoy the afternoon session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
So here we are in qualifying then, so yeah, we'll just go out on the ultra soft tire and see how fast we can go. There's just telling us about the park firmware regulation, but sure, we know about them. So coming to the final corner, Rosberg's done a 10.3, which is just slightly faster than we done in practice. We come over the line and go 0.04 slower than him. So on our second lap we go 5 tenths faster, and that brings us up to P2, and only Max Verstappen ahead of us. And of course India, Sergio Perez in P3. Will he stay there by the end of the session? So we'll find out now. We're still in second. Perez is still in third. It's so close between the top 11. Rio Haryanto in 11th place. That's really good for him. Out qualifying Jenson Button at the minute. So there you can see with 1 minute 25 to go, we're in pretty good shape to get a top 10 here.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Verstappen and McLaren and Sergio Perez. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action.
So as we retire from that session, you see we finished P2, Verstappen and Kimi Raikkonen or Sebastian Vettel. There was a Ferrari in P3, I think. So Perez didn't manage to hold it. There are 2 resource points after qualifying. Yeah, qualifying. So yeah, that has been qualifying. Here is our rivalry update, and yeah, I think Sebastian has won the right. Not just yet, but he's going to. it's looking near impossible for me to beat him. So yeah. Now we'll listen to our agent.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep
So,
in mind.
so our target from our agent is finish 4th or higher, which is very high. Finish ahead of Vettel and ahead of Button, and in the constructors finish 10th or above, which we have been every race. Well, not every race apart from China. That's it. So yeah. So let's go to the race then, and yeah, hopefully have a good one.
Austria, traditional home of many great things. Apple strudel, Mozart, Niki Lauda, oh, and of course, one of the finest high-speed racetracks on the planet. We're right in the thick of the season now, and the championship battle is hotting up. But if there's any race that stands to rip up the form book, it's this one. The Red Bull Ring then, 700 metres above sea level. This tough circuit may only have 9 corners, but they're fast and they're bumpy. It's a true test for any racing driver. We have 2 DRS zones, and watch out for overtakes into turn 2, as the uphill entry helps those trying to be the last of the late breakers steam up the inside. Anthony Davidson joins me to talk you through the action here today, and what is quite an unusual racetrack, wouldn't you say, Ant?
Yeah, it's quite an odd layout around here. The thing about Austria is that it's a harder circuit to master than what really meets the eye. On top of that, it's a low grip surface, and that means that your small mistakes end up being punished, and it's very easy to slide wide into the runoff area and lose a huge chunk of time. Luckily, because it's such a short circuit though, you have plenty of opportunities to perfect the lap.
Okay, we've had a bit of bad luck so far this season, so we really need to show the team what you can do.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up.
So yeah, now we are on the grid. We are going to mess with our race strategy, so I decided not to show you this here, as it would be very boring. I spent about a couple of minutes tweaking it, but anyway, just changing the cameras there. But anyway, we go away for the formation lap. Getting a pretty good start off the formation lap. Now coming back, as you can see there, Verstappen's already on the grid, so I had a bit of a gap. I left a bit of a gap so then I could have more heat in my tyres than him. Yeah, a bit sly there, but anyway. So there, as you can see, the grid lining up now. The rest of the cars are just coming around the final corner. They should be in the grid spots very shortly, and we should get this race underway very shortly. So yeah, waiting for those lights. Now they're coming now. So yeah, rev up to 2, 3, 4, 5, red lights, dump the clutch, and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix, getting a very good start. Max Verstappen already up in the P1, but Sebastian Vettel's coming up inside. We close the door on him, but luckily not to hit him. So yeah, very good start for us. We are now into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. So now can we keep it? So breaking into the second corner, we run wide, and does Vettel get us? No, he doesn't, but he does close the gap on us. Yeah, he does get us, and Vettel gets us. Will Raikkonen get us? No, he won't, as he's a bit too far back. We try a dive bomb into the third chicane on Vettel down the inside, and we get the move done back up into P1. But as you can see, he is still side by side with us, going through this second sector. He sort of runs us out of room, and we back off a little bit, but not too much. We go up his inside, do exactly what he done, give us a wee love tap, and yeah, we're back up into P1 and back up into the lead of this race. Now skipping on to later on the Grand Prix, lap 8. We have led this Grand Prix for a good while. We set out in our option tyres another 3 laps. 3 extra laps. As you can see, they're just oversteering, just on the grass, braking. So yeah, coming into the pit lane now. Can we get a good stop? Where will this? Where will we rejoin on the track after this stop? So you can just see, I just looked at the replay. I just wanted to see how wild they took it in. and took it in pretty well. So yeah, continuing on with the stop then. It will be a 2.7 second pit stop going on to the super soft tyres, and this should take us to the end of the Grand Prix with a bit more life in our tyres than Vettel does, as he pit a couple of laps before us. So rejoining in P13, there's Nico Rosberg in P11. So not really a good race for him. And Verstappen as well, the pole sitter in P12. So we dive it up his inside, very nearly hitting the back of Julian Palmer. We get 3 cars in one corner and we out drag Rosberg. Can we get Palmer into the braking zone? I highly doubt. No, I think we will, because that Renault brakes so early. You can see just going down the inside. We even passed him before the corner. So yeah, now in lap 10, the very next lap, the very same place. Dive down Ricciardo's inside. He tries to hang it around, as the Red Bull's got a lot more grip than the Renault. So yeah, here's Massa ahead of us as well. Do we get past him? We do get past him on the fast S section, but he is still there. He's still side by side with us, but we close the door on him, and he accepts that and backs off. So yeah, Bottas into the first corner in lap 12. We don't get him, but we do get a good exit out of here in the slipstream of him. Will we get him up going into turn 3 in the slipstream now? Will we get him under brakes? As I was very confident under brakes into every corner in this race. So yeah, we do get him on the brakes, and we have DRS as well, just to rub salt into the wounds for Bottas as well. So that's done. As you can see, Felipe Massa is out of the race, and we have a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car has been enabled. So yeah, I just had to slow down there for the Delta. That's why I went extremely slow. Now the virtual safety car is ending, so it lasts about 30 seconds. And there's still a yellow flag out there as we run quite wide into the final 2 corners. So yeah, here's Hamilton ahead of us in lap 14. So I think the virtual safety car helped us gain on Lewis Hamilton. I think the gap was about 4 seconds, so it was down to about 2 something. So yeah, out braking him into turn 4, I think it is. Yeah, it is turn 4. Now skipping all the way on to the end of the race, because nothing else happened. And Sebastian Vettel will cross the line now to take the Austrian Grand Prix, but we will come home in P2. Really good race for us. Started P2, finished P2. Consistent throughout the Grand Prix, apart from a pit stop. But yeah, we fought back and we finished P2. There's Maurizio Arrivabene celebrating with the rest of the crew on the pit wall. Sebastian was celebrating as well.
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You can tell they've done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. It highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
So here we are on the podium, lifting the trophy for second place. Now we're going to earn a lovely sip of the bubbly and a well-earned podium in the Austrian Grand Prix. So yeah, now we will have a look at the race standings, and then we will have a look at the championship.
And now let's take a look at the driver standings.
So Nico Rosberg fought his way back up into 6th place after being in P11, P12 one stage. You can see there both Brazilians, Massa and Nasser, DNF.
After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think.
There you can see we're in 4th in championship. We lost to Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg. We're only 1 point behind them. We're 3rd place in constructors, which is mega for McLaren. So yeah, we're 66 points off Lewis Hamilton, who leads. And yeah, there's our resource points from the race. And Yeah, so now we have 853. So as I was talking about the upgrade earlier on, I think we will go on a play it now as that pushes us over 900. Sebastian Vettel has won the rivalry as he has won the race. But yeah, we get the fastest sector and all, and fastest lap. We only lost out in one there. That was it. And there's the finishing position to Sebastian Vettel. There's our driver position, and coming up next is our career score. So yeah, so that has been this video for today. Until my next one, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.